CDKL5 is a genetic disorder. CDKL5 is the name of the gene.
The gene is required for synthesis of a protein that's required for normal brain development. Without it, it causes a condition where people with it have severe epilepsy, severe developmental delays.
They have CVI, that's cortical vision impairment. They have gastro problems. Some won't walk or talk.
Hi.
Being part of the CDKL5 community is huge. Having other people to talk to, we all help out each other because it does take a village to raise a child with a disability.
So our daughter Summer is 2.5 and she has CDKL5 Deficiency Disorder and was diagnosed at 3 months old. It's de novo, so it was spontaneous at conception. Neither of us carry the mutated gene. We had never heard of CDKL5. We didn't really know anything about epilepsy or having a disabled child. It's
all pretty new.
A shock. Are you helping? In New Zealand, Summer at this stage is the youngest with CDKL5. There, I think, are about 9 in total in New Zealand. She's not mildly affected, but probably in the middle. She is unable to talk and she's unable to walk.
Summer. Can you look this way?
I had a normal pregnancy. There were no problems.
Very strong.
Summer was born a very healthy 9 pound 15 ounces with a full head of hair. And then around the time she was 3 weeks old, I noticed she was starting to have some unusual movements.
Wasn't it?
5 days. She was in hospital having every test. When we were given the diagnosis, we Googled it, 'cause that's what we'd been told to do. But yeah, it was shock. It was disbelief, anger. Your newborn baby has just had their life taken from them. That's how it felt.
My mind was going a million miles an hour, you know. A bit of self-doubt, a bit of blame, thinking, you know, it was my genes and things that did this. But once we saw Summer, compared to what we read about the condition and then what we saw as time went on, we realised we weren't in that box. It took a while and it's still processing if you think about it deep down, I suppose. But we're in a lot better place now than we ever were back then. Ready for another bounce? How you doing, Caden? Trying to get out of jail.
We decided to have another baby fairly soon after Summer.
There were a number of reasons.
Yeah, there were. It was a big decision.
It was. We thought if something happened to us and Henry and Summer were left, how it could be a burden to Henry.
Are you hungry, Henry?
He'd have Summer, but...
No support.
Yeah, so a big part of that was if we can have 2 other kids there to help and support each other and give us peace of mind, that would help. Henry's 7, you know, a bit bigger, so he can sort of lift her up and all that. Much to our
horror, he can lift her.
You can see him dragging her around and things.
She loves it.
They've just got a magical relationship.
To him, it's normal, you know, it's part of everyday life. He's been through a lot with all of this and he's very resilient. He's so proud of her, he loves her so much.
She giggles.
Caden's relationship with Summer is different.
He's fascinated with her.
It's different, yes.
Fascinated. She has lots of cool equipment that he likes to play with, and they will have a very unique relationship growing up because she's non-verbal and well, he is still. So I think they're going to be able to communicate on a different level to what we can with her. She's still eating and drinking orally. A lot of CDKL5 kids are tube fed, but she's not the best at drinking or eating. So, you know, it is a real possibility that she may have to go on to being tube fed if things did take a turn for the worse, which unfortunately in this horrible disorder, things can change overnight.
All right. Come on. Good girl. Good girl. You're okay.
She's just awesome. You've got to have several cuddles a day to get your day
Summer
complete.
cuddles are the best.
Yeah. Loud noises from the outside world just sort of disappear for a moment. She's the rock to the family. If there's problems, we can just all huddle around Summer and have a hug and talk about her, and everything else just sort of fades off into the background.
You gonna read her a book, Henry?
Animal sounds. The horse says neigh. The hen says cluck. The sheepdog says woof.
And give her a kiss goodnight.
Seizures are the main symptom of the disorder. We've got a seizure monitor which detects any movement, and when there's enough movement it will trigger an alarm. We can also save any seizures that she's had to show her neurologist to see if there's been any changes to her seizure type.
What's this book? It's fun to be a firm aid. You gonna touch it? Oh, you're turning the page as well.
I think the acceptance is the hardest thing that you will go through.
To see people just like you.
I went through a pretty dark time. From reading about CDKL5, I thought it was a life not worth living.
Go swish.
I was so determined to save Summer and fix her. I didn't want my little girl to go through endless seizures and pain, and, you know, I didn't want to go through it either. So I got in a really bad place. Fortunately, I had some counselling. Talked it all out and worked through it. To actually ask people for help was very hard, but you have to do it.
We adjusted as a family. Every night we just sat down and we just talked about it. We talked about how Summer was, our goals. I'm not much for sharing my feelings, but I'm pretty big on talking about Summer. We didn't give in to letting go of the outside world, which kept us going.
It reset us and gave us our strength back. I have a group of mums that I catch up with.
Hi.
Hi.
It's really important to me, like they're my go-to now.
Oh, sleepy.
We all seem to go through the same challenges. We just get each other.
Jump in the bed with her.
Yeah.
I couldn't be without my CDKL5 mums. They've been a big part of my life. How many days a week is Emery at school now?
4 days. Four full days. She does lots of standing in her standing frame, and yeah, they're now that we've shown them the technique for walking her, they walk her around the place. And
Cool.
yeah, she's doing really well.
We met the Emerys fairly early on in the journey.
Another 2 appointments for the year. We've got
The family and the beautiful girls and everything helped us a lot mentally, and just how they were coping, because they cope very well.
Yeah. Time to wake up, sweetheart.
Emery is our youngest daughter and she's 5 years old.
Hello.
I think Emery is a pretty cheeky,
Yeah.
cool little girl. I'd say she's really chilled out,
Yeah.
loves being around other people.
Who's going to carry her out today?
It wasn't until she was about 2 weeks old that we noticed that she wouldn't fix, or like there was no mutual gaze. We got the results when she was 20 months old.
It wasn't actually until Maria started having seizures that the wheels start really turning to actually try and find out what was actually going on. Arabella and Alessandra, Maria's older sisters, they love to interact with Maria.
Yeah, they do their best to play with her. I mean, obviously it's hard because they know they're missing out on some things. Like, there are just certain activities that we can't do or that's just a little bit more challenging.
It can be challenging and hard being a sister with Maria and with someone that has a disability. It's still heaps of fun.
I don't think we'd function as well if we weren't a tight-knit team.
Everyone sort of knows their jobs and the big girls help out.
Yeah.
At the moment, Maria's eating foods that are pureed or soft lumps. She just can't quite eat solids yet because she hasn't quite developed the chewing and swallowing, so if it's something with a lump in it, like even the size of a pea, she'll just spit it out. So, yeah, it's a work in progress. With us, we found the keto diet really, really amazing for Maria. When she first started having the seizures, I just sort of did some research and I found out that, people have been doing keto for hundreds of years to help with seizures, so that was something I was quite interested in.
Maria can have anywhere from like 20 to probably say 40 seizures a day. Out of those, 3 to 6 who are really big, bad ones that can knock her out for a whole day. Every bit of food is weighed out to 0.1 of a gram and her caloric intake for the day is taken into account because it can cause damage to your organs if done incorrectly.
It's so scientific, watching the dietitian do it all. Her seizures were up to 20 minutes long and now probably maximum 3 minutes at the moment.
Here we go. Right leg first. Up. Yeah. Good girl. Push through. End up. Good girl.
When we got the diagnosis, I started researching and looking for other families, and I found the kids that were really excelling. And I just asked the parents, I was like, what are you doing? What sort of therapies are you doing? And that's what kind of started the whole intensive therapy process.
Good, good. He's gonna shift your weight. That's it. Purpose of the wobble board is basically just to teach her to shift her weight as she's going through the whole movement across the board. I'm just helping her shift her weight from one side to the other, and then the board will help take over. And now she took her step on her own. Yep, now you can take her. Good girl. I have faith in my daughter to reach her milestones when she reaches them. Our focus is just trying to give her the best quality of life and give her the best chance of reaching those milestones.
Maria goes to the conductive education unit at Addington Primary School. We kind of had a look around different special schools and also mainstream school. We just sort of felt that the conductive education unit best fit with what we've been trying to do at home. We want her to be as independent as she possibly can be. Not sitting in her wheelchair all day was a big thing for us, and they're really about getting her up and moving. So yeah, even though it takes about 45 minutes to get her there in the morning, it's worth it.
Her dad was amazing because he showed us how can we walk with her like this. So we learned from him. So now we enough brave to continue that walking.
It's really challenging having a rare disorder just because we can't take her to an after-hours doctor because we just spend so much time educating them. We probably learn more from other parents than we do from the medical team.
Yeah, and that's exactly right.
Pretty much everyone we've met, it's felt like we're talking to ourselves.
It's heartbreaking to hear some stories that come through, and it's heartbreaking to hear when children have passed away. A lot of the children that we've heard of passing away are not even 10 yet. But you do get the really good positive side of being part of the community as well, and that's just friendship and just being able to talk about anything and everything.
Hello, gorgeous.
Nancy, we first came in touch with her through the New Zealand CDKL5 community.
Miss Cadence had a seizure this morning, though, so she's real sleepy.
Oh, no. That was Anne-Marie yesterday.
We had them round for fish and chips, and yeah, it felt like meeting family. They were just phenomenal. Seems to be a common thing, our children not wanting to eat.
Oh, I know.
Talking to Steph, it really, really helps.
Oh, she's back on.
We know each other's journeys and we help each other.
Only normal full day.
Oh, yeah. Having her friendship means so much because I can vent, I can say whatever I want to say. I can say CDKL5 sucks, and she gets it. You know, she truly gets it because she's on the same path as us. Cadence was 2.5 when she first got diagnosed.
Where are we?
The specialist said that she had CDKL5 and there was no cure for it. And then she went on to say that she'll send an email with a link that we can do research on.
Should I put it on her feet?
Me and hubby spoke and we pretty much cried and wondered why us? Why has this happened to us?
I want to go walk.
It took a week for us to get over the hurt of getting that diagnosis. And then we thought, we're not going to let this beat us.
Step over. Good girl.
I reached out to the CDKL5 page, and that's where I found so much support.
Step, lift it up.
I met some beautiful families here in New Zealand who are on the same journey as us. We got our answers and support through those families. That gave us so much hope. CDKL5 affects Cadence in the way of seizures. She's been classed as globally delayed. Her vision impairment, she has had to wear glasses. They said she wouldn't walk or talk, but she's baby gabbling now and she's taken her first independent steps. She's such an amazing young girl. She can bring a smile to anybody's face.
She's got this real sassy attitude. She can have like a million emotions in a minute.
Say hi!
Community to us means everything. We are truly blessed to be here in Clive community. The expenses of having a child with a disability, having to buy the equipment that she needed, it's extremely expensive. And then so I've got to go pick her up and then shoot in to pick Chloe up. We've done so much fundraising to get Cadence to therapies in Australia. They buy raffles. We have our community donating things that we can auction. The support that they have shown us over the years has just been nothing but amazing.
My knee.
Working as a team, as a family, it's extremely important. I've got 4 girls, Corbin, Carla, Chloe and Cadence, the 4 Cs. Hubby's amazing. You know, he gets up at 6 every morning to go to work. He comes home and he'll give time for the kids. He'll play with Cadence. So support-wise, he's amazing because he gives me a break. We all just gel together and we always have each other's backs no matter what.
Take his bucket because then he'll run to you. But it's empty.
The girls are so amazing with Cadence. At the start, it was really hard and they were heartbroken because they were seeing her cry and in pain and have seizures and they didn't know how to help her.
Hello, Cadence.
Now, been in a couple of years, having more compassion, that's led for them to be stronger young women. They know how to help her now. They know that being there right by her side is the most important thing.
She's so beautiful. She just loves being outside, the fresh air, nature.
The love that the girls have for Cadence is just amazing. I hope that they can come to me if they do have questions or if they're scared. And I know that they get a lot of slack from other kids, like bullies.
There were a couple of boys at my school this year that did it, so. There was a girl at my school and she started talking about it, like her disability and stuff, telling her friends and that, and like bullying about it. It's annoying because I don't think they understand.
Having a kid with a disability doesn't mean you have to live by a rule book. Turn the music up, dance with your kid, have fun, laugh. There's nothing wrong with it.
Once you get past that acceptance, you see how beautiful and magical your child is. You're lucky to have them in your life.
Definitely reach out, because it does take a village to raise a child with a disability. It really does.
Yeah. All we want is the best for our kids, but you always have to remember to look after yourself as well. Because if we burn out all our energy, who's going to run the household?
Embrace the journey. Believe in them, believe in yourself. If you have a horrible day, write it off. Start again the next day. The sun will rise.
Don't give up hope. The story's not written yet. I'm sure your child will surprise you.